Hey everybody, as it becomes clearer and clearer that Atmos with spatial audio is something that is going to stick around now for a while, I think it was important for me to continue to explore some of the feature set. Something I was just diving into today was in one of the more recent Atmos updates we've gotten for Logic, where we have our monitoring formats. And so I thought I would share just two quick tips that will help you understand a little bit about this whole workflow. The first is the addition of the new button for the movie mode, and we have music mode as well. These two things refer to the rendering engines used in Apple products. The first, the music mode for Apple Music, and the second one is the renderer they use when streaming movies or through the Apple TV renderer. And so we have those two options. They don't change your project, meaning this is just going to change what you're hearing inside your headphones. And so it's going to change those, but when you export, then it's a little different. The other two buttons, by the way, the first one is your personalized spatial audio profile. You have to use a phone with true depth camera, and you have to scan your ears, and then it creates that. You'll want to make sure, if you're on a system used by multiple people, that either you have that turned off or you understand how to implement that for each individual person. And then the first one is for the head tracking. Of course, I'm not using my Apple AirPod Maxes right now. If I was, this would be enabled and I can actually do head tracking. This is one of my favorite ways to mix this type of project. And then I double check it with our Atmos room on campus and hear how it sounds through speakers. But most of the time, I'm ingesting the music with headphones, and I think most people are with Atmos as well. So that's number one. Number two, if you're bouncing out, I'm going to use out quotations, your project, and you want to be able to actually hear it, well, there's a few different things. One is, if you bounce, it does go through this entire engine, and whatever you have selected is going to be the format that you're hearing. And it will go through, some of these different options that we selected in our Atmos plugin. If we're actually exporting to Atmos, we do that up through our file menu down through export, and we do project as ADM BWF, then it bypasses this and goes directly into an object format. So it doesn't matter what we have selected here. If we are bouncing, and that is also in the same place but a different menu where we do project or selection bounce, then it will be down mixed or mixed to whatever format we have selected. And it won't have all of the independent objects. It'll be a surround format typically. So if you're working on a music project and you're trying to hear that in the actual format that it'll be played in on Apple Music, for instance, you'll want to make sure music mode is on, Apple Renderer, and then you'll want to use a pair of compatible headphones. That's one of the main options. And then you'll export as the ADM BWF and upload that into your streaming services. If you're doing this for a film, movie, some other media that's going to be in Atmos, but it's not a music project, then you'll switch it to here while you're monitoring. You'll still export it the same way, but those will get married to the project in a different way down the line with the actual video editor and editing software. Okay, I hope this was just a little bit useful and informative. Maybe you're not interested in Atmos or spatial audio. However, it is something that is still building. More and more projects are released in this, and it's available online for streaming. And a lot of people already have access to that. And so it's something worth considering. If you're interested in more tutorials on spatial audio, let me know in the comments. If you're not, I want to hear that too. I'd like to know that if you're like, no, this is stupid, I don't ever want to do it, I'd be interested in hearing that point of view at the same time. Okay, that's it for this. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later.